Hello, everyone, and welcome to the High Stakes Fantasy Network. I'm your host, Greg Ambrosius. My co-host tonight is NFFC Hall of Famer Shawn Childs, who's going to do an NFFC Gladiator Championship draft. Shawn, this is pretty early in the off season for football for you. Are you ready to do some football drafting?
I am not ready to do drafting, but I've done the research on a lot of the rookies and stuff like that, and I think I'm 12 teams of research, almost 12 teams documented. But you still have, when you play last year, you got opinions of stuff, and you kind of
That's
know
right.
where the players move around. But game planning in this new strategy, new format that I haven't done. I mean, I did do the write up earlier, so I got a mental
Yep.
picture of some of the things. But hey, I'm just throwing a dart and get a feel. And there's
That's
nothing
right.
better than doing fantasy football when you got your hand behind the wheel and you got to make a decision in a minute, right?
There we go. Let's do it. All right. This is a new contest we created this year. It's called the Gladiator Championship. $50 entry fee, 12-team leagues, using third round reversal, 14 rounds, and all 14 of your players score for 17 weeks. All right. It's basically best ball, but everybody is scoring. So it's unique. Nobody has done this before. We had a Gladiator Championship in baseball. It's been very, very popular the last 3 years. So thought we'd try this for football. And what do you think, Shawn? This is a two quarterback. So let's just do the starting lineup. You got 14 players. You got one quarterback, two running backs, three wide receivers, a tight end, defense, team kicker, then a super flex. So you'll have two quarterbacks and four flex positions. So talk about this super flex, because it's not really a super flex in that there's only 24 quarterbacks that could be drafted. So what is your strategy here? I'm telling you, the ADP say 5 quarterbacks go in the first round.
Well, the quarterback can, based on your scoring. I mean, when Lamar Jackson scored like 559 points, you get two quarterbacks like that, you got 1,000 out of the gate. You get these running backs that get hurt and miss time. They score like 13 points a week or something like that. It's just like a big gap. So you're better off if you can pile up the two quarterbacks and get them right in this format, especially where you're hoping that the quarterback you're drafting can play the whole year.
Right.
Where maybe I can't say a little less injury risk because they do go down, but you hopefully solidify, two good positions and then try to, I think he's just got to hammer away at the wide receivers, but still try to get like one good backfield and see what you can do on the rest.
Yeah.
I wish I had a good feel for what that backfield is right at the moment, but we'll see. And it is an interesting format, but did you see when I did the write-up? It's
Yep.
it's the best team draft. It's not the best ball. It's the best team. You draft the best team.
That
You got to get the team right, and see
that's the
what happens.
name. You're right. Absolutely. Best team, because it's the entire team. It's really not the best ball. I mean, all of them are scoring, so you're absolutely right. I should call it that, right? Best team. Have you trademarked it yet or not?
I'm thinking about it, but now that knowing you, that now that I mentioned it, you're going to probably take credit for it, and I'll be on the back page or something on the bottom in small print, like, oh,
That's
we picked
usually
it up.
what happens when we come up with new contests. KJ comes up with, draft champions, and I take over. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But no, it's a good, interesting viewpoint. I agree, the wide receivers. So let's talk about the four flex positions that you would have. I mean, how many running backs would you have in there? Are they too risky to have as your flex positions or not?
I think if you ask me, depending on the draft flow, I think I'm only going to try to get three.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll try to get like two in the same backfield and one other one that I think stable. I mean, and see what happens, because I mean,
yeah,
when you get too far on the running back depth, I think that thing that I put up there, the RB4s in the years score like
yeah,
8 points a week. I
yeah,
might as well try to hit on a receiver that maybe can score big points and try to
yeah.
open up that gap a little bit. Second tight ends don't really score a lot, but there's definitely a good 48 to 60 wide receivers that will help you over the course of the year. And if you can get
Right.
two quarterbacks as the foundation, it'll be interesting. So
Yeah, you get two quarterbacks, like you say, that get 450, 500 points each. You're off to a good head start, that's for sure. But again, you don't want anybody getting hurt. That's easier said than done. But like Shawn said, wide receivers probably stay healthier than running backs. So we're going to watch the roster construction tonight. We'll do all 14 rounds. I mean, this should take less than an hour. People know what they're doing. It's just a unique roster construction. Like I said, in the first round, you've seen 5 quarterbacks go. So should be pretty interesting. There you go. Lamar Jackson goes number 1 overall. So this is a very unique format. It is super flex with 2 quarterbacks, but no more than 24 quarterbacks can be taken. So very interesting. Shawn has the 6th pick, so we'll see what's going on. There's Jamar Chase. He's gone #1 in every single RotoWire Online championship. But it's going to be a long time before #2 gets another chance at a quarterback. And with 3rd round reversal, it'll be tough for him to get 2 right out of the gate. But tough to pass on Jamar Chase. Josh Allen goes 3rd. And Bijan Robinson 4th. Shawn, what are you looking at at pick 6?
I'm going to take our quarterback no matter what. I think. I mean,
Okay.
I would be tempted to, Barkley. I mean, like I said, the Detroit thing, getting both of those running backs, they get a ton of touches. I don't really like the direction of Miami's offense. The rookie running back, okay. Barkley doesn't get enough catches. I mean, he's going to be really, really good. But there's some of those secondary running backs are okay. So
yeah, there's Joe Burrow going the 3rd quarterback overall. Wow.
He was listening to me. The other, your ADP went like 6. I thought I had a chance. So I'll just take a running quarterback and I'll take Daniels. Hurts is probably a little better, like overall wide receiver weapons, but I just don't. Just seemed like he wanted to tuck the ball a little bit more last year and not go for the big play. But I'll take Daniels, see what happens.
Yeah, his ADP in this format is 6, so definitely you're taking him right where he's been going, actually.
Yeah, I'm just going off the script. I'm not, being a wise guy, right?
You can be a wise guy if you want. You could take a Saquon. That would have been a wise guy move.
Yeah, the other
there you go. Look at that. We got 5 quarterbacks in the first 8. And again, this is unique because you're going to be playing 2 quarterbacks. And like Shawn said, in our scoring format, 6 points per passing TD and the rushing guys, they certainly get vaulted up here.
I should have looked to see who was in this league. I have no idea. I got all these blank names. I used to be able to see it, but I guess
you have your own draft board in the draft room there.
I know, but I didn't even look. I didn't even know where I was picking until like 5 minutes ago. But you see how prepared I was. You think Mahomes is dead this year? You think he's going to rally?
Yes.
You think Mahomes writing him off?
No, I'm not writing him off. Rashee Rice the whole year, along with Worthy.
You think Mahomes ever makes it to another Super Bowl?
Yes.
Come on, it's over.
I mean, no, I don't think it's over. Certainly not for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he made steak out of ground beef last year. They, once Rice got hurt, that really hurt that offense an awful lot. So, all right, the top 5 quarterbacks go in round 1. There we go. We finally got a 6th one. Patrick Mahomes. Were you going to double up on Mahomes?
No, I wasn't thinking about it. I haven't really actually thought this out too much. So, I think they probably can get a quarterback in that 2nd tier, and see what happens. Running back, I'm not taking McCaffrey, injury risk. Jacobs had a good year, but just the Green Bay offense was really strange. I do like Irving, but it is a split. See, that's a situation where if you could get, White and Irving together, that would be a pretty good backfield. They scored a ton of points last year, and I guess it's do or die here. But if I get that one, I would be okay with the 2nd. Yeah. But I mean, I like I said earlier, I would prefer if the running back doesn't fall ideal. I would prefer to take the wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Is Collins a better player than Brian Thomas? What do you think?
I think Thomas is going ahead of him in most drafts.
Well, I'll take Thomas because even though, I mean, just he scored touchdowns, he made big plays. I mean, if Trevor Lawrence can stay healthy, and then a little difference with Hunter being in there, and they don't really have a good tight end, so he should get a lot more catches. And Nico hasn't. He's a really, really good player. He just hasn't been able to play for a full season. So I think that's kind of a comparable player, but I think I like the player that I got. But
all right, 4 wide receivers there right in a row. So you start out quarterback, wide receiver. Very interesting. There's Ashton Genty. I mean, in the RotoWire Online Championship, he's gone 6th, 7th, 8th. He's gone 6 to 8. I think his ADP is around 8 right now in the RotoWire Online Championship. Getting him there, I think, is pretty solid. I'm surprised you didn't go there.
Yeah, like I said, where you can fill like 3 wide receiver spots and then you maybe get 3 more wide receivers. I'd rather just take my chances at running back and see what happens. But I don't, I'm not comfortable knowing the draft flow here either. So, you kind of look at the break points. And this is what I was going to say when you were talking about the quarterbacks. At some point, when there's a certain amount of quarterbacks gone, it is kind of a gimmick because there will be some teams that already have 2 quarterbacks. They're eliminated for taking them. So you might, going into the short term, you might be able to, squeeze another round and get a guy that you think might potentially go from, 300 points to 375 and be a helpful quarterback too. But
Yep.
you know, but right now it looks like nobody's doubled up on it. I mean,
Yep.
they probably feel as though that the quarterback inventory is similar for about, maybe
Right.
from 12 to 20, where it's close enough where you just want to get one of them, and
Yep.
hopefully, I guess I should know the
Oh, there we
Bible.
got to double up. Got to double up on number one, but you're absolutely right. Those top five are a difference maker on the quarterbacks, I think. Certainly Mahomes can be, but Lamar Jackson, Bo Nix at the number one spot. Very interesting start. There goes Jacobs to team 11, Bucky Irving, team 12. Good run on running backs right here.
It's interesting because in the season long, sometimes you want that explosiveness, but a steady guy it comes out every week, it's going to wash out over time. So you can kind of have a little bit of both, where you don't, sometimes you're looking for that guy that, especially a third wide receiver, that can be really, really have big games to kind of help you out some weeks. But this kind of, washes that out over, a longer part of the season.
Yeah. Team 12 with two running backs. First one to go that route, if you will.
Yeah, man. Conkey. Is Tyreek Hill going to bounce back? Najigba, does he score enough? Garrett Wilson. That's definitely a downgrade with Fields there. They're going to run a lot more. McLaurin scored a lot of touchdowns. I mean, I imagine DJ Moore would bounce.
Fields and Wilson were pretty good at Ohio State together, and certainly seem like they got a connection in early camp right now. So it'll be interesting there. Team 8 doubles up on quarterbacks. So we got two teams now already on double up on quarterbacks. Again, this is very unique, very different than what we have in the RotoWire Online Championship. You'll throw off your ADPs if you're looking at our total ADPs. All right, Shawn, what do you got here?
I think I'm just going to go with Taylor. I mean,
yeah.
If Richardson plays a quarterback, it does affect him a little bit at the goal line carries, and he's not going to have as many catches. But if it goes the other way at quarterback, I mean, you definitely could have a lot more value. And he's a guy has a really, really high ceiling, but he tends to miss. Last few years he missed a little bit of time. But if he could stay on the field, I mean, Breece Hall was sexy last year. He didn't do it. I like the direction of Chase Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, Cook wants a new contract. I mean, there's, McCaffrey is. Do you gamble on this for $50? Is
Why
he back?
not?
Is
back.
McCaffrey back?
Well, who's healthier, Taylor or McCaffrey?
We're playing risk averse for a $50 league. Is this crazy? Should
have gone all in, man. Should have gone all in.
I guess he's been looking better, but whatever. It doesn't. But he's the type of guy that, even if he got like 10 games out of him, he might outscore a lot of running backs anyways. But
yeah. Now he's got to stay healthy, and that's a big concern, which is why he's dropped into the third round here. Taylor can be healthy. He had the ankle, obviously, last couple of years, but who knows if Richardson's going to be able to quarterback that team, even by week one or later. It could be a Daniel Jones's team, for crying out loud.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I mean, his completion rate's higher. At least he moved the ball. He got good receivers.
There you go. McCaffrey right after you.
And Taylor was a big player in your championship rounds last year. He had three really good games. Yep. Did the overall winner in primetime have him?
No, I don't think so. It was really the Detroit guys. Gibbs was on a whole lot of teams.
St. Brown.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, Gecko had St. Brown and Gibbs in that last game. You get that
last game decided a championship in many of our contests. That last Monday night game between Detroit and San Francisco. I I'll just call out Team 5 there: Janty, McCaffrey, and Burrow. That's a hell of a nice start there. Plenty of wide receivers still out there, so I like the way Team 5 started out there. Janty really dropping, McCaffrey dropping to, what is that, 30, 32-ish. And Team 1 double wide receiver there. So all right.
Is Harrison is he gonna make a step forward?
You know what? I had him last year, and there just seemed to be no connection between him and Kyler. Now, he looks like he's bulked up in the offseason. He looked like he had trouble getting off, beating man-to-man. I was very disappointed in him last year. I think I bid 32 for him, or 34 maybe even in our auction league, and thought he was going to just have a huge rookie season, and was just a disappointment. But Yeah, you would hope the second year back, right? He becomes a little more professional. He's worked out all off season, and he has a better connection with Murray. There just seemed like there was no connection between those two last year.
Yeah. Can you take Terry McLaurin over Tyreek Hill? Is Tyreek Hill done? Do I take the quarterback wide receiver hookup, even though it doesn't really have as much value for the big weeks?
It doesn't have as much value for the big weeks, I'll say that. I mean, the upside, like you say, $50. Tyreek was a first round pick for many, many years, right? Yeah, he had wrist surgery. He's just starting to catch the ball today, they said, and seems still uncomfortable. So
I got my vision. I got my plan. I'm not telling you until I do it.
okay.
But
There's another double quarterback.
I'm gonna do the hookup for my wide receiver.
Okay.
And even though he wants more money, he should. He
deserves more money. They'll sign him.
Yeah, even if he scores like 8 touchdowns, he's been pretty consistent. Gets 70, 80 catches.
Yep.
Gets over 1,000 yards, makes big plays. And really had a good connection with the quarterback last year. So hopefully they get a little bit better.
Yep.
So what running back position can we pick on 2 running backs? Joe Mixon, Hampton, Chargers.
There you go.
Running back. New England backfield.
Denver backfield.
I know. I need 2 in the same backfield.
There you go. Denver backfield would be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think Aaron Rodgers helps that? Does he help the scoring and close, moving the ball, or is he Aaron Rodgers? Did you burn your Aaron Rodgers jersey, or you still have it?
I didn't burn it, no. And I wish him best, but I think that's just a terrible landing spot. Not that he had many choices from a fantasy perspective. I mean, they have nobody, right? They got Metcalf, and that's it. Freiermuth is their number 2 target.
Yeah, he's a game manager now.
As
bad as he was last year, he was like fantasy wise, he was 13th. But when you had him, you felt like he was like just clawing to get points. Just never did it. Every time they had to make a big play on third down, late in the game, they get sacked, and they just didn't get the rhythm.
Or he dumps it down. He's a game manager. I totally agree. I mean, even last year in Green Bay, it was all dump offs, not long shots, or if he took deep shots to Watson, he missed an awful lot of times. That's going to be a team that's going to run the ball, and they're going to play defense. So I think a lot of low-scoring games. I like the rookie running back, Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. I think they'll use him pretty heavily. But all right, teams 12 and 10 took their first quarterbacks. Goff, not bad for team 12. Caleb Williams, interesting for team 10.
Like the Chargers backfield could work out with Hampton and Harris. Is like if I'm going to go with 3 backs, I mean, somebody could be listening to me and they could pick them, but I mean, it doesn't matter,
There's several. Like I say, Denver's backfield would be a good combo at this point.
Well, they signed Dobbins today?
Yeah, they signed Dobbins today.
Yeah, so it just everybody after the drafts, the NFL draft, they were drafting that other running back, right? Yeah, it's like he had the whole show, and there you go. They just signed somebody else.
I don't think people felt like Harvey was going to get 300 plus touches or anything. He's not that big of a back, so they did need a second one. But I mean, Dobbins looked really, really good last year with the Chargers until he had that, ankle injury, I think, in week 13 or 14. But that's a good signing for Denver, and it makes Harvey move down probably another round because they're going to have to share it. But like I said, everyone kind of knew that he was going to have to be sharing with somebody.
I mean, based on at this point,
is that you taking Brock Purdy? No.
Okay. No. I think I just have to at this point, like Hill going so late. He's a wide receiver 3. I mean, but I guess I haven't been following the news. So
his ADP is 37. So in this format,
I mean, might as well, whatever. Just a guy that was a top 10 receiver, and and I don't know, last year they didn't get in the ball, worked close to the line of scrimmage, didn't make many big plays after the first few weeks. I'd won a couple games, he got catches, but he just wasn't getting way downfield anymore. It was just strange. So, but I got the 3 receivers, got 1 hookup, got a running back. need to get another backfield and see what happens here. So, I mean,
right.
am I on my way to winning $7,500?
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
say, yeah.
yeah, I got a 1 in 2,100 chance. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's the goal, 2,100, 175 leagues. But like you said, if you win your league title, you got a 1 in 175 chance, right? Because this is
Yeah.
total points. So it's not like second place can move up, ahead of all you guys. So win your league title, 1 in
So,
175 chance.
so put in like $1,000, 20 teams, and hopefully I can win my share of it, right? And then I can maybe get a 2.5% chance or something like
There you
that.
go. It's 4x for first place, right? So you win
I think
25% of your leagues. You got your money back, and you got a chance at the overall.
I think
How can you not like this contest? Come on, it's
I
different.
know.
It's
I
different.
mean,
And
well,
it's
I mean,
$50. It's $50.
I'd be really, really happy if you just could get me everybody to stay healthy for the whole year. Even,
Yeah, that's my job.
most likely I draft a kick. Well, I have team. I was gonna say I draft a kicker. He gets there, but at least it's team kicker. So you went
That's
that.
team kicker. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a much better. Still
Yeah.
think the team quarterback is an interesting.
It is an
Interesting
interesting
layer.
concept. But again, that's what this Gladiator is all about. You're in the ring. You got to stay healthy. That's what it's all about. So.
Yeah. So the running back's going to
But
drive
you're
up.
absolutely right. You lose one of your quarterbacks and get zeros for 8 weeks, you're done. But it was a $50 roll.
I'm seeing it. As I'm seeing the player pool, the visions of these picks are coming to me. I got thoughts now. Thoughts that I haven't been thinking about. Like, well, that wouldn't be an interesting combination, but
there you go. Team 4. I think he takes his quarterback. Only Team 9 doesn't have a quarterback right now. Justin Herbert in that run-oriented Chargers offense.
wow.
Team 5's done with quarterbacks. Burrow and Prescott. Team 6, that's you, Shawn. You're looking at you're probably looking at that running back hookup, aren't you?
Well, I guess I missed the running back hookup, but there is one that I could be interested in, but tough decision.
You don't have to have a hookup with 3 running backs,
No, I know. I mean, that's what I'm not going to settle for.
There's Jamison Williams.
Tight end, Laporta, Hawkinson.
Good upside there.
Kelsey put a fork in him. Tight end. Get one guy that's decent.
Yeah, only 3 tight ends off the board so far, but they don't score a lot.
No, I know, but how many are you really even gonna draft 2? You just want one that'll last the whole season.
Yeah, you want one that'll last the whole season probably.
This is, do I take it? The running back, quarterback? I got 30 seconds.
I thought you had a plan there when you saw the pool.
Yeah, he stole the guy from Hampton, from the Chargers. He was listening to me. He's got it on the mic on.
Yeah.
I mean, Montgomery, I think I got to go. Man, I can't do that. You know what? I'm going to go off the board and just take, you know what? I'm going to take, I was going to take Hawkinson, and I was like, you know what? Laporta came off a bad year. He was really involved in the goal line. Detroit's a better, let's go with it. Yeah, so I'll take a shot on him. I don't, Hawkinson should be better this year too, but he might not. He more of like a, get the catches close to the line of scrimmage, doesn't score a lot of touchdowns, where I think Laporta could score a little bit more and he'll have some decent games. When he was really good 2 years ago. So let's go with. So hopefully this is a bounce back for him.
So I'll tell you, we had an online auction. We were talking about it on SiriusXM on Monday, but Bowers went for like $32. McBride went for $26. Kittle went for $14, and then Laporta at $10. I'm telling you, in an auction, I love Bowers and McBride, but Laporta at $10 is like a steal compared to that. And
but what are those top receivers going? $50?
Yeah, 57. Heck, Chase went 61 2 weeks ago. This week him and Jefferson went for 57. Amon-Ra St. Brown went for 53. 3 running backs went for 53. So you got 6 guys going $53 to $57 in an auction. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't done an auction in a football in a long time. I still remember being in Vegas that year. The guy spent $75 on Priest Holmes and $78 on Tomlinson or something like that. And then he went and left, got a case of beer, and come back about an hour later.
It was Sean Alexander. That
Oh,
was Tomlinson, yeah.
yeah, that's pretty
And
crazy.
then he said to his brother, he said, "Go get a case of beer," because I actually didn't even have beer in the rooms at that time. It was the first couple of years, and he went and got a case of beer, and everybody had a great time after that. But he didn't make another bid for probably 2 hours because he had no money left, and it did not work for him. So, all right, let me see how many guys are filled up on quarterbacks already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 6 teams that already are filled up with the quarterbacks. So you can watch either side of you, Sean. You got 2 on one side. Yeah, you got 3 on each side, it looks like.
I guess I didn't.
Yep, 3 on each side.
Are these ADPs from this or from other events?
No, if you sort it by Gladiator, it's just the Gladiator. There's 25 finished ones.
No, but in the queue, do I have?
Oh, no, that's just for all of them. That's for all of them. Sorry.
Well, I mean, come on.
We can't make it so easy for you.
Well, you knock out the hurt names. You might as well just leave it as bad as possible. Wow. Well, you know what?
No, we take the hurt ones out because if somebody gets auto picked, then you get screaming from people. I didn't know that. What'd you have the auto guy, that hurt guy in there?
Yeah, I guess you got more happy customers who may come back rather
That's
than.
right. That's right.
You know.
That's called a business decision.
You don't want them crossing enemy lines, you know.
Well, they do already, but you're right. There's Caleb Johnson, Steelers, probably be their MVP this year on offense.
You think so?
Yeah, they're just going to run the ball, I think. And DJ Metcalf, he's going to have the safety over the top of him every time because there's just nobody else.
Yeah, but he has Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. That's the best quarterback he's ever played with. You think Russell Wilson?
Not at age 41, I don't think he's the best quarterback he ever played with.
You think last year that that ankle injury affected him because he didn't really run that much last year.
Yeah, no, he played much better in the last 4 weeks of the season for sure. And he doesn't look mobile anymore. I mean, he didn't look mobile the last year in Green Bay either. So he's 41 for crying out loud.
Is Chris Olave ever going to stay healthy? Is he a one concussion away from?
Well, he had multiple ones last year, that's for sure.
Wow. So that's kind of a reach. How many quarterbacks is 2?
3 on either side of you.
I don't know what they're going to take at quarterback. So I might as well take a wide receiver, but I don't really like Jennings. I don't know, split probably better, but Olave, Pickens. I'm going to go with Ridley. Go with the rookie quarterback. I mean, he's a proven guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
What happened to Cooper Kupp?
Well, I don't know what happened at the end of the year. I mean, they just stopped throwing to him.
You think they flipped the route so he wasn't, Puka was getting all the other routes and he just was in a different area of the field. So
it did seem that way. Yes, it did seem that way. It seemed like Puka just stepped right into his spot, ran the same routes, caught him all contested balls, just like Kupp did. And then, Kupp didn't even get many targets at the end of the year. It was bizarre. It's like Stafford turned on him or something. Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I
did not get any defensive points from Travis Hunter, just so you know. It's team defense.
Liar.
And you do not get any defensive points from Travis Hunter.
If he runs a punt back, don't I get the points?
If he runs a punt back, you get the points, yes.
There you go. We're going to put him on the punt team.
Yep, can do that if you want.
Oh, wow.
Huh. All right, so what? We're halfway through this thing already? Yeah, round 7, 24 minutes. Not bad.
Jesus. I only got one running back.
We can bang these out all through August, July. 175, we shut them off.
I still think you should do like the pockets of month. You should, your sales should be higher. You should be doing like, 175 a week. Come on.
Well, I think in baseball, like you said, we're definitely going to get done with the one before Christmas. I mean, before the New Year's for sure. And that was, I don't even know how many we had, 200 last year or something like that, leagues. But then we could do a second Gladiator for baseball. I don't like all these $50 ones on baseball. They take away from their higher dollar leagues. But I agree the Gladiator Championship is fun in baseball, and people love to draft those.
But don't you have to have both markets? Like even a $25 and a 50. I mean, you just got to get the price range where to get new customers. Those $25 players end up getting jobs. They go to college. They become bigger players. You got to develop the lower levels of the product.
We do. We've got $25 and $50 draft champions in football, best ball, in football. And we have a $50 in draft champions in baseball. So
what about all those $10 guys? What are the ones that you have the 10 things? What are those?
Yeah, best ball 10s. We have those as well.
Do those guys cross over and do they
No.
Do they play other stuff?
No.
No?
Who's
working the marketing department of
I know
yours?
we're gonna have to market out to them a little bit better. But the goal was to have those $10 guys jump over, but they haven't at this point.
Maybe those guys are the reverse. Those guys are like 70 and older. You know what I mean? Rather than the young kids playing them. The young kids want the fast action of the daily or the instant gratification.
That is true. That's right.
They want to bet on the games, bet on the guy hitting a home run.
Right. They don't want the season long. Oh, Kelsey went right in front of you.
That's all right. I got.
That's right. You didn't want him anyways.
I'm taking. I even passed an Aaron Jones, Tracy.
Oh, you're going for handcuff of the New England backfield now?
Like, listen. Can you just give away my playbook? Is that what you're doing here?
I do like Henderson. I like him a lot. I think that's a good fit for New England. He was very good. Junkins is very good too. He's with Cleveland, man. I like him as well. Both those Ohio State backs were really good.
Well, I mean, you could run behind that line, right? Do you think in your prime of your career and you played for Ohio State, you think you could have got 1,000 yards rushing?
No. One tackle by some of those 300-pound guys would have wiped me out, I think.
If you were the 10th guy on their basketball team, would you score a point during the year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I could, I think.
If you played Caitlin Clark in a game of 21, would she outscore you 21-0?
She would definitely outscore me. I don't know about 21-0. What year am I? Now? Yes. But in my prime, I could score. Yeah.
Well, when was your prime?
I think around age 50.
50. Oh man. Does your wife know about that?
Can we get back to the?
Oh yeah. All right. Back to the.
All right. So let me see. Who's your handcuff in New England here?
I don't know. I really don't.
There goes Junkins right there. Junkins and Henderson, same round 8.
I probably made a mistake. I should have taken him better. I like him better.
I do like him too.
I think if in a real draft, I was getting sloppy, making poor decisions.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's got a better chance to get some balls and get touchdowns and do it all, where the other guys are more of a change of pace. I do think he's better than, he'll be better than what's his name there? Losing track of it for New England, Stevenson. But I mean, I got somebody for a little while. We'll see what happens.
Well, no, I agree. Junkins is in a really good spot. Debo going into round 8, he's not getting any love either. I think he went for like $12 in the auction or $13. I thought in Washington they can get real creative with him, but of course he's got to stay healthy, and in this format, that's key. So that's why he's going at the end of round 8 here. There goes Olave. Good roll of the dice by Team 12 there, but man, got to stay healthy. Those concussions last year were downright scary. Oh, Team 11 going with J.J. McCarthy.
I don't like that. How many minutes? We're at the place where it's like in between on the quarterbacks. But
I was just going to say, let's see, one. Well, there's 2 in front of you here who could get a second quarterback. There's one, Trevor Lawrence. You're going to get QB 24 here, my man.
Well, there's one
behind you. One behind you, Team 2.
And there's 3 the other way. Well, I don't like Tua, but I mean, I do have the quarterback.
Tyreek.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not going to take Geno Smith. Stafford doesn't run. Darnold, that was a fluke last year. Huh? That'll never happen again. Bryce Young sucks. I'm screwed. I waited too long.
You rolled the dice. Now you're going to get a quarterback that's going to get like 150 points.
Oh, boy. And I can't even take 3 quarterbacks to cover myself, right?
No.
Oh, man.
There's one behind you, so you can roll the dice if you want to wait.
Well, might as well go with Tua because I don't love him. I liked him a couple of years ago, but I mean,
Oh,
but you know
boy.
what? He's got the same damn bye week. I think I got 12.
Well, it
Oh,
doesn't matter. They each can only
yeah,
play
but I'm
7
gonna
games.
get a 0 for a quarterback that week. So,
Yep.
all right, let's go. Let's stay in the lane with New England. Whatever.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, let's just hey,
Oh,
you know
boy,
what?
this all went to hell in a hurry for you.
But you know what I was thinking? I was going to get Lawrence because I had Thomas, right? So I had the
Yeah.
two quarterbacks lead thing,
Mhm.
and then Henderson made it, so I need to make it one more round. So I screwed that up,
Yeah.
But what are you going to do, right? You can't have them all. And it's not for sure that Lawrence is going to be that great. So,
No, but
and
that was good strategy. Lawrence Thomas hookup would have been good, I think.
yeah, probably more important maybe in
Yeah.
like in a best ball, type of format where you try to get like those players to do good in the same week
Right.
and maybe catch one week and catch one the other. But
Yep.
so yeah. Wow. Well, I got so how many more? So I got to pick a kicker and a defense. That's two. And I
Yep.
got two. So I need to take a quarterback, a kicker, and a defense, and one other player. I'm
Well,
screwed. I don't no back. No, I guess everybody's going solo at tight end, huh?
I think so. I'd be
I mean,
surprised to see somebody double up on tight ends. I mean, unless you had Bowers and McBride early and you thought that was a winning combination. But no, I don't see anybody
so I
taking a
so
tight end too.
so how
There
many
goes
receivers?
Najee. Okay.
I mean, I could actually 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
Team 4 was interesting there. He took Aaron Jones. He could have doubled up, like you were talking about, Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris.
Yeah, I would have done that. I think just
Yeah,
just because you're just trying to get
that
the
whole
bulk thing.
backfield. Yeah,
The thing with the Colts wide receivers is like three of them that scored almost the same as last year, and like was Pittman? Is it really? Did he fall out of favor? Was he hurt?
yeah.
Is he the better guy? Downs got a little bit better, and he had a good run midseason.
Hmm.
It's kind of interesting. Not a lot of rookie wide receivers get drafted in this, huh?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it is tougher for rookie wide receivers to bust out in that first year.
Just can you?
Oh, we
I
got our
mean,
first double tight end hit here. Tucker Kraft. All right, team one.
oh man, so I got to take. So I'm kind of sniped here. If I take another wide receiver, I'm really punting the RB2 and depending on two players.
You are.
Go.
There's a Packer run here right now.
Can
Tucker
you
Kraft and Wally Golden.
Coleman over Cooper Cup? Did Cooper Cup new home? Is he get? How much did they pay him?
I don't
10.
think.
They paid him at least 10 million, right?
I don't think so, but
Come
maybe.
on.
I don't know.
If they paid him $10 million, and
Yeah, then they're going to use them.
yeah, they're like, well, this guy can still play. We're gonna let's see what they paid him. So we're scared to death of taking him over a 3-year contract for. They could sign him a 3-year contract for whatever. It doesn't matter. I ain't gonna find it. But the point is like
Yeah,
they pay him the money now, but we're fantasy players. We're scared to death of
right.
taking this guy that's been a really good player
Yep.
and been impactful. I mean, could he be a top 24 wide receiver?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, he's going to be.
On your team?
Can I get them all in? I can get 7 receivers in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You said 4 flex and the super flex.
Yeah, you got 3. Yeah, you got 4 flex and the super flex.
He's in. He's in.
You're going with just 2 running backs right now. Let's see. We got 2 running backs for team 1, 2 running backs for team 2, 4 for team 3. 3, 3, 2, 2. Yeah. I mean, you're not an outlier here.
Yeah.
Team 12's only got 2. Team 7's only got 2, and you got 2. So half the field's got only 2 running backs right now. Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of different ways you can build this, which makes it a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I mean, you just stay healthy. I guess if I would known I was going to end up with 2 running backs, I would have rather definitely had the Cleveland running back over a split in New England because I think the split would be more favorable.
Yeah.
To the Junkins guy. That was I even liked him a little bit better when he was ranked below. And so, are you forcing me to do another one of these?
I think so. I think we got to do another one of these. I think
Just
the goal is to get the word out on this Gladiator Championship. So we may do another one next week.
Oh man!
But then you have to learn the lesson here. you come back with more information than I'm unprepared. I should have taken this guy. That kind of stuff. Man,
Yeah,
you still only got one quarterback yet, too.
I know, but the good thing is there's going to be some left, so they can't pin me in the corner. You can't pin baby in the corner.
No, there's going to be some left, definitely. I thought you took Tua a long time ago, but I forgot you didn't.
Geno Smith coming back. Got Bowers. Yeah. Cam Ward. I just did Cam Ward, and I got Ridley. I could have the hookup.
Ridley.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one kind of double up. Worst offense in the league.
Yeah,
they should be better this year.
If you run, you run a little bit. Let's see what they do.
All right.
If they'll let another quarterback down.
Well, it's only Team 7's in front of you. He's the only one that needs one. So
yeah, there's 3 the other direction.
Right.
Team kicker.
Oh, kickers are going already?
Yeah, I mean the Dallas one. I mean, he just made such a big leg, but
yeah,
it's crazy. Who was the other guy? There was another kicker last year that in the first 11 or 12 teams the Houston kicker. He made a ton of kicks. Yeah. And you wouldn't think that he would make that many from 50 yards, but they'll be better scoring in close this year where they get their wide receivers.
Well, the Baltimore kicker won't be picked as early as it had been in past years.
You think he gets another job?
No.
No, it's over?
It's over.
Oh, so you're just giving him the Trevor Bauer experience? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that's what the NFL is going to do.
What about the punter from Buffalo? Buffalo, he's back, isn't he?
He's back, yeah.
So he was cleared. So he's
cleared,
okay.
Yeah, he was cleared.
He's cleared. He's okay. Bowers got cleared. He's not okay.
I don't know if Bauer got cleared. Don't throw me into that one. I don't know enough about that one. I know he's not pitching very well, so he doesn't deserve to be in the majors.
What do you mean he's not pitching very well?
He's getting hammered.
Hey, what are the Arizona Diamondbacks going to do when they lost their ace? They're going to go into AAA and get some schmuck to pitch. You could buy this guy for Bauer to pitch. It costs you $4,700 a start for the rest of the year. That's the league minimum.
Not worth it.
No, not worth it?
No.
Why? You still think he did it, didn't you? You could say it. You could say it. He hasn't been charged with anything. The girl has to pay him money, and you still think he did it.
I don't think he's a good pitcher anymore. So there you go.
Well, is there a lot of not good pitchers in the major leagues?
There's a lot of them, yes.
So in your professional opinion, would you take Tua?
In my professional opinion, if he comes to you, I would, yes.
But he has bye week 12, and that's why I got off.
So what? So you get 0 that week. Everybody's got a bye week from their 2 quarterbacks.
I should take Stafford over Tua. Right?
I think the hookup with Hill. Let's say they get back to where they were 2 years ago. That's a hell of a hookup.
But the wide receivers for the Rams, I think they had the most catches and targets last year. And Stafford has Adams and Puka, two really good receivers. So Tua's got a Gimpy. Well, I'm thinking Stafford.
All right.
I'm going against the grain with a bye week. Am I clear?
Yeah, that's good. Go for it.
I mean, whatever. I mean, it's
clear. Yeah.
We're just looking for a body. I mean, I guess at this point, these guys score 18 points more than the wide receivers, running backs, or something. What did he average?
And he's pretty durable. He gets hurt all the time, but he still plays through it. So
he gets hurt all the time. He's durable.
Yeah, he does. He gets hurt all the time. He's always limping around, and he's always day to day with the elbow or whatever. But he's a gamer.
The bet was on his receivers, not on him. Even though he throws the ball out. Yeah. No rushing yards, but
no, you're betting on the offense. It's a good offense, and his receivers are good. I agree. I think Adams will really help there, no doubt. But you have to feed Adams. He's not going to let Puka get more catches than him.
What wide receiver was Adams in this draft? He was like, about 18? 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? 14th wide receiver.
Yeah.
His ADP earlier was like 20. Like that was too. He's a good deal. He's a good deal where he goes now.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what's the defense? Now you can help me out. Now the defense and kickers. Who should I take? Do bye weeks matter for these two?
No.
You sure?
Nah, positive.
So can I
Everybody's
take
going to have a
both?
bye week, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, wait a minute. I got 3 more picks?
You got 3 more picks, yes.
Oh.
Oh, you were looking at the...
Oh, there was one down that I couldn't see before?
Yeah, there's one down that I...
Oh, so now I'm all out of
hiding.
rhythm. Now
Hang
I could
on.
get
That's
now I can
okay.
get an extra player.
You got an extra player. You can still get another running back if you want. Here, I'm trying to show the whole board here, but I can't. I know.
Oh man, I
go
could have
down
waited.
one.
I could have waited another round.
No, you don't want to wait anymore. Okay, let me see if I
What?
can show.
Oh, they rushed and those guys went out of their way
There,
to
now I
get a
can show.
quarterback.
Sorry about that. Now all 14 are on there.
Oh man. Well, I guess it's probably might make sense for me to get another running back probably, but you know, how many points is this? Yeah. I have no clue like who I want a defense. Usually I got one that I like, but Keenan Allen, he's got to be a value, right? He'll get a job, right? Mari Cooper get a job?
I don't know. Yeah, it probably will, but
is IU going to play? How long is he out for? I haven't got to them
ACL. He's got an ACL, so he got hurt during the season, so he's out at least a year.
I'm on deck.
I'm not on him.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just going to do this weak play that I talked about earlier, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just
going to take that handcuff running back.
Yeah. What was the bye week of the first running back though?
11.
So now I'm all right then there. Not that it's going to matter at this point.
It doesn't matter. It's total points.
No, it does though. We're getting a 0 rather than get some. I guess. I mean, they may only get 6 or something, but. You think New England's going to win the Super Bowl?
No.
Really? You think Green Bay makes the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah, but aren't they the 4th best team in the division?
No.
I mean, Detroit's clearly better than them.
Huh?
Detroit's clearly better than them.
Well, yeah, but they also lost 2 coordinators, all kinds of stuff. Center.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want. Center. We don't lose good players. We lost good coordinators, you know.
Hey, losing your offensive coordinator is big, but no, they're the best team in our division, no doubt. I think people are sleeping on the Packers offense. I think Love will be much better this year. I think injuries definitely derailed his season, and I think they're going to be much better this year. I do.
Are you frightened to wear his jersey in public?
No. Who, Love?
Yeah.
No, I wear it every game I go to.
Come on, like just wear Favre's jersey or something, you know.
No, that one's packed away.
Until he does something and makes a deep playoff run. I mean, he looked good at the end of 2 years ago, but last year, the second half of the year, the Packers wide receivers just couldn't get open. They stunk.
They couldn't get open, and then they led the league in drops too. I think they dropped like 14%. I think it was, or something like that.
And they were ranking like high for yards per catch or something, or pass attempts or something. Like Love was making plays downfield, but when they shut him down and they. I don't know, just late in the year,
it was terrible. Jaden Reed was invisible, so crazy. All right, we're through round 12 in 43 minutes. So again, we can get these done in 50 minutes. They're fun. They're $50. Chance to win 200 in your league. We play the top 3 in each league. 200 to first, 100 to second. $50 credit for next year's Gladiator for third. And then we pay top 25 overall, $7,500 for the grand prize. Draft and be done. Draft and be done. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? So
no, the dumbass that I am. I'm looking at the draft board in front of me on the screen with you. If I looked above, I could saw all the names. Not that
I know it. I told you it's right on your computer there, sir.
I don't even know them, so it doesn't matter. You know, these are the professional Gladiator drafters I'm going against, right?
They've drafted Gladiator teams before. This is your Virgin League. Or Virgin team, I should say, but the others have been doing this for a while. So, but we have them every night, and we have slow drafts 2 hours and 4 hours right now. So jump on in. As you can see, we got a promo code for an online championship. Take $15 off. Those are $350. Win $1,500 in your league and a $250,000 grand prize. That's the RotoWire Online Championship. Promo code OC15. Put it in, hit apply, save $15. So All is good, Shawn. Like I was telling you, we are 54% full in the prime time already. So our early bird special was a record. We have almost, we got 570 teams, I think, in the prime time, shooting for like 1,044.
How come you
So,
can't get 1,000 for baseball?
hey, we had like 800 and something. What did we have? 855, I think. So
I
that's
thought one
pretty
year
good.
we jump up by 150. They're gonna force you to get it. They're gonna force you to get a bigger casino in Las Vegas. You know, to
That's the
support.
problem. I know that Saturday I need a big space, and I got a contract today, so I'm looking over the contract, and if I can get this done in a week, I'll announce where we're going to be for baseball in March next year. We are returning back to New Jersey, Robbinsville. In fact, we're going to go 3 days in New Jersey,
What
so
is
that
it?
should be fun.
Did you help Masato out? If he wins money, he can come back. If he doesn't,
We'll see. He's actually his Las Vegas main event team is doing very well. I saw he was like 21st overall. I think
he's
he's
in my
second in
league, but
his
I'm
league.
gonna run him down.
That's right. I did see that he was beating you, kicking you pretty bad too.
I know.
So,
Let's see here. I
all
don't even
right. So
know.
what are you taking here?
I guess I'm
We're
gonna
going to
take.
round it out.
I guess I was gonna take a kicker because I don't know the defenses, but um, hmm. Boy, that's pretty shady.
Yeah, you better take a kicker.
Yeah, whatever. I know
Yeah,
we can. That's
bad.
not. It's not a good. It's not a great choice. I'm not. I'm not. I haven't done my prep on my kickers and my defense.
All right. So what do you think of this? Now that you've gone through, what do you think of how you did and what about the format? Then we'll sign off.
I think that I kind of did what I talked about. I mean, I didn't get the. It'd be hard to get 7 receivers
Mm-hmm.
where you like I wanted to get, like I said, the 3 running backs, but it looks like team two will be interesting because they'll probably take a quarterback, and he did go the 7-2, and he went bare, but he went with 2 better um,
Running backs.
running
Yeah.
backs. So what is it? What does he got? Kyron Williams, and who was the other one?
Kyron and Chase Brown.
Yeah, so he's got two backs there, and then he just pounded away. But I mean, he's got the back end of the receivers. I mean, he's got a little bit of risk at the back end. I think I did a little bit better than that. So, and in the quarterback, Mayfield was good last year. Does he do the same thing? I really liked how they played last year, but is it repeatable? I don't know why you play these fantasy sports, and guys have these great seasons, and the next year, disappear. Like 2 years ago in baseball, Texas scored a lot. Atlanta hit offense was really good. Football, year to year, the flip of the first round receivers or the running backs, like who repeats anymore?
Yeah.
Who repeats?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I forgot that I had the comments. Sorry about that. Let's get right to it. Kevin says, oh, he's team 5. All right, Jay. Thanks for coming on, Jay. Let me see.
You could have put somebody on and you ignored him?
No, I didn't have anybody that wanted to jump in the studio, but I did like the comments. So Kevin is team 5. Good stuff. Kevin, I'll see you in Las Vegas for sure. But I just missed the comments format, so I got a bummer.
Will the Packers defense be better this year?
Packers defense is going to be aggressive, I think, this year, yes.
So they scored 160 points last year?
Did they?
Look, did you see that?
Ooh, we took Bryce Young, huh? So nobody even took Tua.
Do you see that? As soon as I said it, he took him. He snapped him up just like that. As soon as I bring up the defense.
The Packers defense? Yeah, no, I think they are going to be more. There we go. Kevin's taking the Denver D. Yeah, no, I think they are going to be more aggressive. I agree with Jay here. He says everyone plays every week, so buys don't matter at all. I agree with that.
I mean, it does overlap on some positions, or you're just.
I hear you. All right, Trevor, I can't take you seriously. You misspelled Green Bay.
Nah.
So I think we're better than Minnesota.
Why?
So there you go. I disagree with Trevor, and he misspelled Green Bay. Well, thank you. Sorry about the comments. I missed that as I was talking to Shawn here. I even missed the comments there, but we got them all in. And we thank everyone for joining us. We got over 300 people watching right now, which is great. So, Shawn, thanks for helping us kick this off.
300 people?
Yeah.
And
326 right now.
Did we help anybody?
Did we help anybody? All right, there's Steve. He says he likes us. He's going to be doing more. We might do this again next Tuesday if Shawn's free. It's a good way. I want to do a live stream every single week from here
Yeah.
until we get to Las Vegas. And if we can do a couple of gladiators to kick it off, then we'll start doing some RotoWire Online Championships. But it's always good having Shawn on here, and appreciate it. So
Yeah, I can be there next week. Whatever you need me.
all
I
right.
mean, I'm at home. Just doing the football research and trying to catch up. But I really you don't get really that mental picture until I do the projections
Yeah.
or actually if I had more time to other people do early drafts. They get the feel for the players and kind of look at it a little different. I'm not really in that decision making. I'm more in the research mode. But yeah, so it was fun.
Yep.
I think I knew all the players I drafted. I didn't draft any young ones, So one rookie running back, but that's it.
I think you informed a lot of people, and we appreciate it. And there you go. We got done in 14 rounds in 50 minutes. The Gladiator Championship debut contest, $7,500 grand prize, $50 entry fee. Love it. Dallas Goedert, last one. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Check back next Tuesday. I think Shawn and I will be back next Tuesday at 9 Eastern. We'll do it again. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Shawn. Good night.
Thank you for joining us on the High Stakes Fantasy Network podcast. To get in the game, go to playnfc.com.